So, guys, I'm sad to say that we've had an update from the ban list for Commander, and unfortunately, we've had some big losses today. So, Dockside Extortionist, Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt, and okay, well, Nadu we kind of seen coming. We knew they were gonna probably give it a Nadu, but they have gotten rid of some of the mainstays for cEDH, which is Dockside Extortionist and Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt. Now, I am not I'm not a huge fan of these bannings. I was fine with all of these cards. If we were gonna actually express our thoughts for this format, it was the fact that the main part of this format was rule zero, right? Everyone wants to throw around rule zero this, rule zero that. You can rule zero this as your commander. You can rule zero this as your play group. You can use rule zero to tell people, hey, we don't use X and this is why. Like, you know what I mean? But when the thing about that I dislike about the rules committee is that if you're going to have cEDH connected with regular, normal, casual commander, we have to have some type of boundaries, some type of cutoff, or have a different list for what's legal in cEDH and what's not. Because if we're gonna have rule zero come through, now this isn't gonna, rule zero is not gonna matter. So if we end up going to a place, and let's say I love to play Dockside, or I love to play Jeweled Lotus, fast mana, I like my games to be done quick, or I want my stuff to be as effective as possible, and we're playing on the high end. Not everybody plays on the low end of casual, and casual doesn't always mean that you're not going for the win. So what about those players who are trying to get their Voltron commanders out? My favorite Voltron commander is literally a 5-drop. He's black Yargle, and to get him out turn 1 or 2, these things are necessary. And rule zeroing it out, it's gonna bring some social standards that we don't like to deal with. It's like when you play slivers, some people just don't like slivers because slivers are slivers, but then you have the other people who are like, bring whatever you want, just know there's I'm going to fight it however way is necessary. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing about the rules committee. I hate that they not to say they just spring this on us, but they don't give thought to the whole. It's always about not the whole as in just like just like the casual players. They don't give a thought to the players that want to play hardball but aren't trying to go to cEDH, or who do play cEDH and are affected by this. The whole cEDH meta is going to change. There was a post not too long ago about how they're wanting to make another committee for cEDH, and I am completely okay with that. If well, they were talking about banning they were talking about banning Ristic Study. And I was like, so we're gonna ban things off the ban list, but then the ban was this time. You gotta check it out. I don't know if I'll put a link below, but if I remember I will. But you can always just search up cEDH rules committee. They're trying to start something up there. But for you to get rid of Nadu, that's fine. I'm okay. Mana Crypt, it's just a soul ring in my eyes. I'm sorry. I know it comes down for 0, it gives you a head, but so does soul ring. And if you're playing in a heavy meta group, a heavily strong meta, like very healthy, very effective, Mana Crypt's not going to make a big difference. If you're in casuals and you're throwing down this right here without an actual reason, like you're literally slamming this thing down, and other people are playing precons or stuff like that, yeah, I understand. But I don't think that banning Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt was a good thing to go about it. Everybody has their opinions. Comment down below your opinion. But Dockside Extortionist, you could have banned the other ones. I wouldn't have cared less. I wouldn't have cared. Dockside is my favorite black spell. Not my favorite red spell. It's my favorite. It's in all of my Rakdos decks. It does what I need it to do. It lets me capitalize on greedy plays. It capitalizes on itself. Clones are in meta literally because Dockside is in meta for cEDH. You can always have a clone in your deck if you're playing in a high competitive but not cEDH type of format. You can have clones because you know, okay, if there's a Dockside that comes out, I can copy that. You know what I mean? There are tons of other broken things. Let's not go all the way. Let's go ahead and ban Soul Ring. Let's do that. Let's ban Lotus Petal. It gives you 1 extra mana. It's free. Let's ban Simeon Spirit Guide. Well, it gives you mana for free. You know what I mean? So why are we going this far? I'm very disappointed. And was this as effective date for tabletop? See, my phone's been blowing up this whole time, literally because of this. To on the 23rd, effective date of Magic Online on the 23rd. Jeez, this is crazy, man. This is wild. I don't know. My play group's probably gonna rule 0 this dude in there. Dude, this Dockside is, it's a beautiful card. I know it takes your opponents to have things to use it. I know it does kind of warp the table a bit, not a bit, a lot, because of how strong it is, but I don't know, man. I think some things we just didn't need to touch. Nadu, yeah, I knew Nadu was gonna be banned probably. The gameplay for it is very repetitive, very slow. It's not a I win con, it's a I may win con. It draw, you can't really punish it. It doesn't draw, so it puts it into your hand. It ramps, and then all the casual cards that go into it just spiral out of control with how good things are. It's targeted from abilities. I understand that. But when we're talking about affecting 2 formats, not 1, but 2 formats, a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's all the same format. Not necessarily, no. And a lot of people are saying, you know, well, why don't we just have a separate format for cEDH? That would be great. That would be fine. But at some point, we're gonna have to have a committee either for it or have our committee establish that, because we all have to get on the same page. And that's really what the committee's trying to do. Have us all on the same page, kind of have a guideline. All of this is not enforced by any means. This is a casual format, you know, and this is just a casual guideline for everybody to follow. Okay, so that's why the rules committee rules committee is there to support the format and give us, you know, a backbone to the skeleton for this whole body that we call Commander. Okay, so this is my thoughts. Comment down below. I know it's a bit of a rant, but like, all of these were my favorite cards except for Nadu. I didn't care. I was ready to fight Nadu. I was ready to fight Golos. I was ready to fight anything and everything. When they established a very strong ban list back in the day, I was okay with with those things. I disagree on the Golos thing. I think Golos was a great commander, but it's all right. Nadu, sorry, bird, you gotta go. But Dockside, can we fight this? Can we do a petition or something? I don't know. Thank you guys so much for jamming out with me. Y'all be safe out there. Get out of here.